If news is coming in, the Prime Minister's high-level meeting on Sudan has just started. This is the Sudan conflict. 4,000 Indians are stuck in Sudan. The Prime Minister is holding a high-level meeting right now to review the situation on what help can India then offer to these Indians who are stuck in this crisis, in the middle of this crisis in Sudan, without food, many of them without water and without any help. Pictures, in fact, are coming in of the Prime Minister chairing this high-level meeting with External Affairs Minister S. Shankar. Paulmi Saha tracking all of those details. The number one aim would be to give them some relief. Paulmi, it's concerning that many of these Indians do not have food, water and just don't know what to do, isn't it?
That's right. The Prime Minister is in fact chairing that meeting at the moment. This is the high-level meeting which is happening virtually, where you can see that the External Affairs Minister, who's touring at the moment, he's joined into that virtual meeting, as well as the Air Chief Marshal, as well the Chief of Air Staff is in that meeting. The Chief of Naval Staff is in that meeting, as well as the Foreign Secretary and officials from the Ministry of Defence and the Ministry and the Prime Minister's office, in fact, are present in this virtual meeting that the Prime Minister is convening. This is, of course, to review the situation on the ground in Sudan, where Indians are stranded and they're caught in this ongoing conflict. Remember that the ambassadors from the neighboring nations are also in this conference at the moment, which is happening because we are talking to partner countries that are invested in, of course, seeing an end to the conflict, the ongoing conflict in Sudan. So we've already engaged with the Foreign Secretary. The Foreign Minister himself, Mr. S. Shankar, has spoken, I beg your pardon, with the Foreign Minister of Egypt. He's spoken with the Foreign Minister of UAE. He's spoken with the Foreign Minister of Saudi Arabia as well. He's also had a meeting in New York yesterday with the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres as well, in order to discuss the prevailing situation in Sudan, in order to be able to, of course, build safe corridors so that those who are stranded can be, in fact, brought out immediately. And that is the situation which is being discussed at the moment. And what is the best possible way to evacuate the Indians who are stranded at the moment in Sudan?
All right. That is being discussed. The Air Chief Marshal, importantly, also is present in this meeting. So obviously the option of airlifting all of those stranded is something that's being discussed as well. Follow me.
That's right. We have to explore all options possible in order to, of course, extricate our citizens from the ongoing conflict situation, because already one person has lost his life. There are many nationalities that are stranded over there. One Indian has lost his life already. So we have to try and, redress the situation as soon as possible. That is exactly why the Prime Minister is engaged in this conversation right now with top officials from the Prime Minister's office, from the Ministry of Defence, from the Ministry of External Affairs, and also, we've been discussing that the Chief of Air Staff is in that meeting, the Chief of Naval Staff is in that meeting as well. So we have to look at all options, which includes obviously the possibility of airlifting our stranded citizens as well. Evacuation is something that we have done in the past as well, and it's something that we've successfully done in the past, and we are, of course, looking at that option as a very serious option at the moment in terms of our stranded citizens in Sudan.
Yes, also previously, Paulmi, in fact, we'll also try and get in a word from our Foreign Affairs editor, but she's been reporting on how India is also engaging US, UK, Saudi and the UAE to ensure the safety of Indians in Sudan, including exploring the options of India seeking the help of the UN as well for the safety of Indians in Sudan.
That's right, because these are the nations that are, presently engaged with Sudan. They're talking, they're holding conversations, and hence we're talking to them as well in order to find the best possible solution in order to evacuate our citizens who are stranded, and are, of course, reaching out to the Ministry of External Affairs, reaching out to our embassy in Khartoum as well, to try and evacuate them as soon as possible, because obviously they're scared, they're panicked, they're anxious, they're worried about their safety. Many of them, of course, are claiming that they're going without food and water. They are stuck in safer areas at the moment, and they're very fearful about their lives, because if they were to step out, they fear that they might get caught up in the ongoing conflict situation, and that could lead to loss of life, which is, of course, something that we're also very aware of. And that's exactly why the ministry is constantly engaging with foreign officials in these countries as well, including, like you pointed out, the US, UK, Saudi
Yes,
Arabia.
Paulami. All right, Paulami Saha getting us the very latest as far as the Prime Minister's high-level meeting on the Sudan conflict is concerned and bringing back Indians, 4,000 of them who are stuck in Sudan right now as we speak.